All right, Rach, we're live.
Okay. That is so nice.
Get you drinking your coffee.
Yep. Well, it's so good to see you.
I know.
I kind of feel like I haven't actually seen you in real life in a minute. We've talked and FaceTimed and done some things, but we haven't actually been able to touch each other.
We just grabbed hands.
I know.
For anybody that
You
is
and your
curious.
17 necklaces.
It's actually all one necklace, thanks to Free People. Well, it's two necklaces. It's my 222 necklace that you got me.
Yes, which I now have too, because Graham got one.
Love it so much. And then this menagerie of necklaces that's all combined into one. I don't even know how many.
I love Free People.
But I have the evil eye of protection on there, and a little sun moon action and a little choker action. It's great.
Yeah. No, it's super great.
Evie got one that was matching, but she got her snagged on something and it broke badly.
Does Free People make stuff for kids? Or she just got the same necklace as
No,
you?
she just got the same one.
Okay.
So, yeah, they do not cater to the children's.
That's good.
Yeah.
To be honest. All right. Well, I feel like the last few times we've forgotten to do our intro, and we really
Just the one. Well, no. Okay, we did it at the end.
It's not just the one time. The one time we completely forgot. And then we remembered once at the end. So, hi, Krystyn.
Hi, Rachel.
Welcome to Two Mystic Mamas. We are so glad you're here.
Oh, man. We love this podcast so much.
So much. And we're going to talk today about summer, all things summer and summer manifestations, summer vision boards, all things summer. And I think before we kick off into some of those things, I think it would be a cool exercise if we just kind of on the fly or go back and think about some of the things that we have manifested for this podcast that are now coming to fruition. Because I saw this quote the other day that said, you are where you wanted to be a year ago, and you will be where you are now is helping to plant the seeds for where you're going to be a year from now.
Right.
And I was like, okay. And I think, when I look back where I was a year ago, I really had started to see the signs from the universe that change needed to happen in my professional career and where I was heading professionally and directionally. And I was still at that, no. I was just of that. I'd get big signs and then I'd be like, I think that was for somebody else. I don't think that was for me. And just kind of subduing it, because big life changes can be scary. And sometimes it just takes that repetitive, universal, we're coming for you.
Yeah, the universe is going to continue to remind you one way or the other.
Yes. So I think, just looking back in the last 6 months of what we have put forth, when we started this, we had no idea anything, right? We didn't have a name. All we knew is we wanted to do a podcast, but we had...
Right.
We
have so much fun together. Why are we not sharing this fun?
Right. Because we would have conversations where we'd be in the throes of it, and I'd be like, God, somebody needs to hear this. Somebody needs to absorb this because it's so helpful. It's one of those, we have one of those relationships where there's so much feeling involved when we have conversations, and we genuinely put forth energy with each other that is helpful. And it can be, hard at times to hear because, sometimes hearing, it's not criticism, but like when you're like, well, I don't know, where you're just kind of giving the truth, but the way we deliver it for each other is in such a compassionate, real way that, because we've both walked through really tough life events where it's, we analyze what is our purpose on earth? What are we doing here? Raising children. Oh my God. It can be so difficult and challenging. And
what do you mean? It's just a piece of cake.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, I just feel
a piece of poison cake. No, just
right.
We love our children.
We do.
They're psychos. We love them so much.
Yeah. There are moments throughout the day where I'm like, God, I'm so glad to be a mom. And then I'm like, what the fuck did we do?
I would like to remind you at this junction here that yesterday, we had a conversation on the phone about how you told Jeffrey you wanted another baby.
That was last week. And I was just reminiscing about being pregnant. If you're listening and I was a happy pregnant mama. Okay.
Lies. I'm sorry. Lies.
No,
you were, but I still call bullshit.
No,
anybody that enjoys being fucking pregnant.
No,
if you
I
are
did.
with me
I did.
in this camp, come on over to Camp Krystyn because everybody who says they enjoy being pregnant is fucking bonkers.
Nope.
Including my dear friend Rachel.
Nope. I think it's so funny because it goes one way or the other, right? Like you have women, you never meet women that were like, I mean, it was okay. You either have women that were like, I fucking hated it. Everything about it hurt my body. I just didn't enjoy it. And then you have people like me that were like, I really loved it. I mean, you reach a point where you're pregnant where you're like, okay, I'm done being pregnant now. Let's go. But I loved being pregnant. I loved carrying babies. I didn't say I didn't have any issues because I had gestational diabetes and I'd have to go see a chiropractor on the reg because, it does take a toll on your body physically. But I love everything about being preggo.
I love that for you. I did not. Did not have the same experience.
Trying to convince you, even though Evie's 11. And I'm like, just change your view on what happened. You did love it.
No.
I'm not gaslighting you.
I mean, I will say this. I love my daughter so much. And every bit of pregnancy crap that I went through was well worth it. And when I was pregnant, I will say it is the first time in my life that I ever looked at my body and was feeding and nourishing it for the sake of feeding and nourishing it because I was carrying a human and not because I thought that I had to eat this or eat that or be doing this or be doing that and, looking at my body with disdain, which I had done prior.
Yeah.
So really, I would say it's one of the first times I've ever actually loved my body.
I think that's a beautiful message too, because, pregnancy also does change our bodies in so many ways.
I remember getting pregnant and I really, I've struggled with my weight since I was young.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking to myself, man, I've done so much damage. There's no way this pregnancy is going to make it worse. What's done is done. Nope. Also lies and bullshit. It could get worse. Man, that core strength is real.
Oh, mine is completely
Real
fucking shot.
bitch.
I still need to have surgery at some point to repair.
Think we can get a BOGO?
We'll just invite him on the podcast. Hey, we'll do a documentary about, it's so funny you said that because this morning when I was leaving, dropping Isla off at school, I was thinking, because sometimes, when we're talking about body image and accepting our bodies, I've worked really hard. For listeners out there who are just tuning in, if you don't know what I physically look like, I am short. I'm 5'3". I'm probably like right around 180. With the kids, when I was fully pregnant, I went just over 200, and when you look at what society says you should be and blah, 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 my BMI was off the charts and all this other bullshit. But I've always just looked at my body and I stand in the mirror and I'm like, I love you. I love your body. I was all belly. So like I have what they call tiger stripes, stretch marks all over my belly. And because of how I carried my babies, I had, I had not created. What is the word I'm looking for? What the fuck?
No, but this reminds me of a video I want to show you about hobby horsing.
Oh my God. Don't fuck. How does that remind you?
And I like women.
No. That video is crazy. I know exactly what video you're talking about.
My name's Ava.
Yeah. Okie dokie. I developed, that's the word I was looking for. I developed dystasis recti, which is basically just the separation of your abdominal muscles. I just, I had it with Emmy just a little bit, my first, and then with Graham, every pregnancy made it worse, right? And so I also have a hernia, which at some point I'm going to need to get fixed. And so because of that, like my stomach like distends out. And, sometimes different clothes aren't super flattering, like just tight clothing around my belly area, doesn't feel flattering. And then I have the issue of when I look in the mirror, it's your body should not look like that. And it's still like I'm human, and I look at my body and I'm like, but you created 3 humans, and that is an incredible feat in and of itself. And at some point, you may not get this corrected. Medically, I think I should get it corrected. I think it will cause more issues down the line if I don't. But I always wanted to get the mommy makeover when I did it. And for me, there's no shame in that. I'm like, I don't fucking care. If I go in to have some plastic surgery to fix a medical issue that needs corrected, and at the same time do a tummy tuck, okay. I mean, again, I may or may not get it done because it's not covered by insurance. The surgery is for the dystasis, but not the other thing. But anyways, I don't know how we got on this tangent, why I went down this path, but I think just when you look at your body after pregnancy and what it does, there's so much beauty in it. And part of me doesn't want, that's where I was going with this. Part of me doesn't want to have that surgery because I don't want to lose looking at my body and remembering what it did.
Right.
That's such a big part of who I am and how it has shaped me as a woman and as a mother, and just loving our fucking bodies.
Right. I mean, I, as a photographer and a predominantly women's portraiture and boudoir photographer, see this all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And when I started, now I feel like we could do I think we should do a whole episode on body positivity, image, and body neutrality, which is something I'd like to talk about, but down the road. But I was really concerned when I started as a boudoir photographer that I was going to compare myself.
Oh, sure.
And that it was going to have a negative effect on my own body image. And it surprisingly was the complete opposite, because every single woman that stepped in front of my camera, regardless of what their body looked like, if they carried weight, they didn't carry weight, they were fit, whatever, they all had the same fucking thoughts.
Yeah.
Every single one of us.
Yeah. Yep.
So, I mean,
we're so connected in that regard, right? I think, though, that the problem, or what I would like to address maybe with this podcast, is the cruelty has to stop. We all have the same thoughts, but it's that projection of how we communicate that, right? Because it's that comparison where it's judgment, and it's just disgusting. And that's where, no, that has to stop.
Right. It's judgment of our own bodies and judgment of other women's bodies. And I think this actually lends itself really well to what we're talking about today. And manifestation, right? Because what we think becomes reality.
Yes.
And
our thoughts.
Right.
Yep.
And also with summer here now, is there's so many people. It's how many times have you seen, get a summer body, all of the things you're supposed to be doing, right?
All that noise.
And it's not that there's not merit in being healthy, right? That's not
totally
100%.
Yes.
I want to be healthy. I want to feel fit and be able to run and play and do all of the things, right?
Krystyn.
Yeah.
I don't want to freak you out, but I need to get that bee.
Oh, motherfucker.
Okay. Well, I know we're still recording, but Krystyn stepped out because she is highly, highly allergic to bees, and there was a fucking yellow jacket. I typically don't like to squash those types of bees because then they give off a pheromone that then attracts other ones. So I just trap them and I let them die slowly. So while Krystyn's not here, I'm just going to take this opportunity to give a little shout out to Krystyn, because what she has done in her industry for her professional life that has also bled so well into her personal life is being such an amazing advocate for women. And I just want to applaud her and send her so much love, because if you're listening and you are struggling with your body image and what that looks like, and you are not alone. There are so many women out there that are struggling with this, and you're so important and you are so beautiful and you have so much to offer. And we are so unique in every single way, including our shape and our size and our eyes and our color of our hair and all of the things, the color of our skin. Like, we are all unique, amazing humans, and we've been put on this planet for a very specific purpose. So I just want to love on you. You know, naturally I'm loving on you virtually because you're not here, but I'm giving you a big squeeze. I'm going to give Krystyn a big squeeze. We always squeeze each other, but you really should check out her work, her boudoir work, her photography work. I've had boudoir pictures done, and there is something when you take off your clothes and you put something on, or you are just completely nude, there's just something very freeing. That's the word. Freeing about just like putting it all out there and not having any inhibitions, and just owning your body, owning the soul that resides in that body. And what that feels like is, it's incredible. You know, it's a safe space when you have these photos taken. And I encourage anybody out there, if you've been on the fence about doing a boudoir shot, do them for yourself. Don't do them for others. I mean, do them for others too, but just love on yourself. And did you just let another one in? One moment. I have to go do another bee. There's a little surprise on the podcast for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for saving my life.
Yes.
We were talking about all the summer body, bikini body stuff, right?
Yeah.
Before we left off. And if that kind of stuff is on your vision board, cool. More power to you if those are your goals. But just make sure that we're like clearing out old energy. Like, if those goals don't really align with how you feel about yourself.
Sorry. We're just laughing because I almost knocked over a cup of coffee.
It was a big slosh too.
That was, yeah. We weren't laughing at
you and your goals.
Yeah, no. Just FYI. Well, I think we need to take a step back though and talk about summer vision boards, because that's one of our ideas that we really feel is such a fun fucking activity. And there's so much truth behind how that sets up you manifesting what it is that you want to see happen in your life.
I have been listening to Super Attractor by Gabrielle Bernstein. Mm-hmm. Have you ever read it?
No, but I am familiar with her.
She is, what I'm reading right now is all about joy, right? And how we manifest through joy. And she weighs her success on how much fun she has. And I was like, oh man, that's so fucking brilliant. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And if we can do that on our summer vision boards, oh my God, what can we do?
Yeah.
Like on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis.
Yeah. To
have fun.
Yeah.
Like, just fucking have fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there's so much truth behind that. And the power of laughing. Like, when you laugh and you release the hormones and the pheromones that, the dopamine. But I think that just makes everything so much more memorable and easy. I feel very much like what you just said. I have to read this book now because that has me so intrigued, because I've been really trying to dissipate high tense situations with the kids where like emotions are running kind of like high, and like they might be yelling at each other, or I might be yelling at them or whatever, and then like making a joke and trying to break that, and everyone starts giggling and laughing, and it just raises that vibration, so it's not, and it's ha 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 ha.
That was so aggressive.
I know.
You could try the
oh my God, did you see when you posted these?
No.
Look at the timestamp at the bottom.
Hold on.
So we have ideas on our Trello board of different podcast topics.
Oh shit. 444.
Ha ha. See, that was a Beetlejuice honk.
I know. You can't get away from it.
Well, you can't.
To your point though, getting your vision board going this is a really great time to not only set your intentions for the next 6 months, but it's also a really good exercise in how can we keep our energy's aligned with the intentions that we want on a daily basis. When we start thinking about not just our goals, but every single day, how do I keep my energy aligned with my intention that I want to set for the summer?
Yeah.
Right? If you're going to weigh your success by the joy, the amount of joy that you have, then how are you creating joy and like raising that vibration and creating that energy every single day?
Yeah.
And I think that's what should be on your vision board, not necessarily just the big goals. Like,
no, for sure. I think, yeah, when you do a vision board, it is, for me, this is a personal take on it. You put things on there that you want to manifest in your future, whether your future is next week, next month, next year, whatever that case may be, but also the environment in which you want to live, which includes the emotions that you want to reside in your space. And I would say joy is one of those. Happiness, peace, calm, just a sense of belonging, a sense of adding to this earth in the most beautiful ways, kindness. It was interesting because when I first did vision boards back in my early 20s, it was all about the car and the house and the ring and the dude and the baby and all these things that society kind of deemed that we should have, right? Which some of the shit was legit. I did want it. But, on the vision board that I've done over here, which I'll lift it up for you, it is 100% more centered around how I want to feel. What do I want my daily life to feel like? Which has just really come to be where I'm like, oh my God, that's what I did on that vision board. It wasn't a bunch of materialistic shit. It was, how do I want my daily life to feel?
Right.
Which I think is huge. The sooner you realize that how you feel and how you operate your environment, that will just create all the other material things to happen.
Right. Lead with what you want energy-wise. What is happening with my voice?
You coughed it out.
Apparently. I would say, too, that's an exercise in letting go of control of the end goal, right? We obviously, when we're manifesting things for the podcast or we're manifesting things for our personal lives, we do have end goals, even if that is the way we want to feel, right?
Absolutely.
And not just the material things or, needing to find sponsors or like anything like that. But if we're focusing on the daily and the now and what you're manifesting with your thoughts and your energy in this moment, right? If I'm sitting here and I was going to be thinking all sorts of negative thoughts towards myself, oh, Krystyn, I can't believe you coughed, right? Like, if you go down those roads, then you're going to create more negative energy, right? That's going to, like you in the yellow jacket, you didn't want to kill the one because it releases pheromones. So the rest of them know they're dead and they fucking come for you.
And I was like, all right, well, fine. Fuck it. Let's go. I will kill you. I'm not afraid. I ain't afraid.
You're like Kevin McAllister on Home Alone. I'm not afraid anymore.
Yeah. But not Kevin McAllister, not Macaulay Culkin and my girl. His ass was afraid. And he died.
God, it always comes back to
fucking my girl.
Oh, man.
Yeah, God, man. Vision boards for me are so fun. They're such a fun activity. If you want to have... If you're new to vision boards, I mean, shit, there's Pinterest. That is a fucking vision board. As a search engine, you can get your girlfriends together or get couples together or whatever it is. And old magazines, you can go to the Goodwill, buy a bunch of kids' books. And there's so many things out there that you can use to make a vision board and be creative about it. I mean, you can get things outside of, out in nature. You can print stuff off the internet. It can be...
We can share some of our vision boards that we feel comfortable with.
Totally.
On our Instagram page for people.
You can do a virtual vision board. Again, Pinterest. It allows that creative side of you, to come out. And when you really start to allow yourself to think about what you want in that creative way, you will be shocked at what messages come through.
Yeah. We sit down and do a family vision boards. Like we each get a poster board and we each make one. Evie and I found really great. I think it was 2 years ago, the Free People summer catalog came, which we just talked about how much we love Free People. And It was all about the elements: earth, air, fire, water. And there was so much. I mean, I basically vision board most of that catalog because they were in these like dreamy locations shooting, and they had really great quotes that, you know, were coincided with the elements. And yeah, it was super cool.
I love that. Oh, the elements. There's so much power in that too.
Yeah, we have one coming for you guys on the elements. So
we do. Yeah.
Stay tuned for that.
Yep.
I follow this coach, and he's a coach for like parents and teens mostly. And I want to say he's in this maybe early to mid 20s. And he's got such profound advice for his age. I believe his Instagram is Coaching with Will. If you are, and a lot of his stuff really transcends for younger children too, because I think a lot of it is about building confidence in our kids. So if you are a parent and you have any bit of trepidation about what this summer is going to look like for you because you have your kids home, and you know you're worried about any of all the things, right? We worry about keeping them busy. We worry about, you know,
there's art and
interactions and
letting them be bored though.
Right.
Our kids in this society, they need a dose in imagination.
Right. Well, he is really good because he's talking about a lot of it is modeling, right? And he did a challenge, I think it was last November, and it was actually for the parents. And it was amazing to me how many people commented, is this for us or for them? Like, why would I need to be doing this? Well,
because we all lose sight of our fucking inner child.
Exactly. And the biggest thing is when you change your words, you change your mindset, right? And I know we can get in this habit ourselves, and we're very conscious of this. When you are speaking, it's I get to, right? Model that you get to do. I get to pay a bill, or I get to do this. I get to clean the house, not I have to do this. Because then everything becomes fucking boring.
And a chore.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Because life is all about the things that, you know, have to get done. But I firmly believe in that too. Like when the home gets overwhelming for me too, in different regards, usually with clutter or tasks, I try to take a step back and just say, okay, I'm so grateful for X. I'm so grateful for, you know, like we have the basement that is still not done, right? And I can really get in my head about why has this taken so long? Why haven't you made this a priority? But, you know, at the end of the day, we've chosen to do other things, you know, make memories and work on other projects. And when I look at the basement, when I go through there, sometimes I am constantly like, this is going to be such a cool space. I'm so excited about what this project holds. It's going to be great when we do get to the work, you know, and not putting that pressure, you know, take that pressure fucking off your shoulders, you know, and just, you know, model. I think that is so good. Model for your children how you want your children to behave. Don't dictate to them. Don't tell them what they have to do. Show them.
Right.
Show them.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah.
I guarantee if you're showing them and you're showing up in the way that you want them to show up, you're going to have a much better summer.
And when you start acting like a kid again, oh man.
That's all they want.
And it'll bring something out in you that I guarantee has been dormant. And you'll be like, what is this feeling? It'll be wild.
Yeah. I mean, we're very silly in our family.
Yes.
You know, the three of us really get down with the silliness on a daily basis.
You do.
And I truly think that's part of why we're so close.
Yes.
Like we have a really close family. We all communicate with each other really well. And I would attribute most of that to the amount of joy that we have every single day. And you have to make it.
Yeah.
Because all of life's problems are still there.
Yep.
You still have, you know, shit that happens to your house and, you know, all the things, bills to pay.
Yeah, bill you forgot about.
Right.
We got a certified letter.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was great. Emily's, ooh, we got something fun in the mail. And I looked at it and I was like,
that's not fun.
Fuck, that's not great. And I like opened it and I was like, what? And so apparently for 2 years, this is 2 years ago. So going back 4 years, we were not paying our garbage pickup monthly, quarterly bill, unbeknownst to us. I did not know about this, right? And so I remember 2 years ago, I was like, oh, okay. And so we set it up so it automatically debits. No big deal. Fine. Well, apparently it also never covered the debt that we didn't take care of. So long story short, I was like, oh, this is a fun $973 surprise that I did not know, right? So anyways, we got it sorted. Jeff called, got on a payment plan to make it right or whatever. But it's in those moments where that could have just took me right down, right? Because finances just, oof.
We have started calling them, so Charlie and I set up non-negotiable meeting times to talk about money. Now, we have gone through like lots of different ways of doing this because I'm very much a planner. Money talks stress my husband out greatly. And that's probably like really the only place that we like kind of butt heads.
It can be a place where a lot of people butt heads.
Right.
Yeah.
So we found an app that we use to chat back and forth and have dialogue. So when we have something we need to discuss about a bill, we put it in the chat of that app. And then we can go look at it at our whenever we feel like we can go look at it. Like we're in a good place, we're not in the middle of a work thing.
Yes.
And then you get a text message that says, oh, we have a $937 garbage bill, right?
They're going to put a lien on our house.
Right. Ooh, we got fun mail.
It's fun time.
So we use the app, but in the words that we use too. So I will send a Google Calendar invite to our meetings, and they're called wealth building meetings. And when we pay a bill like that, if you have something that comes out that you're like, oh, fuck, I forgot about this or whatever, we call those accomplishments.
Yeah.
It really makes a difference. And I also do a reading now at the beginning of each meeting.
No, that's so good.
And so I'll pull a card, or if I feel drawn to pull 2 or 3.
Yes.
And that sets the intention for our meeting. I'm like, this is what we need to be focused on.
I think too, the other thing, if you're speaking about like bringing in and setting intentions and doing a card pull, for me too, there are specific archangels that do have different qualities and bring forth different things. And there are quite a few that are all about abundance and wealth. And so you can bring them down.
I like that you're recording me, but you're speaking.
They love to be a part of helping us. And, when you just call upon them, invoke them, boom, they're there, they're present, and they are going to do everything in their power to help you also walk in that fine, amazing, divine path that you have laid out in front of you. So you're not alone. Call on your spirit guides, call on your angels, call on Mother Nature, call on all of the, positive spirits.
And then set and do that vision board, right?
Yes.
Set your goals so that, and we've kind of tangented into the financial aspect here a little bit. So, get to work, like doing your vision board and really not just writing down what your goals are, but like how you want to get there and how you want to feel when you're getting there.
Yeah.
Because how you feel you're going to manifest more and more and more.
Feelings
of that,
create
right?
decisions. Yeah. They 100% influence how we decide.
Right.
So yeah, it's all interconnected. It's such a fun activity. It's just, you got to get out and do it. So the goal, I'm going to just give you guys a challenge between now and the next time that you listen to this podcast. Set something up on your calendar for yourself to do this, whether, you're going to do it for yourself individually, but whether you do it with a group of friends or you just do it, individually, do it. Do not do it. So I'm challenging you right now.
Do it.
Do it.
Well,
do it now. That makes me think of that song. But that's a sex song. Lick it good. Just like you should. Do you know that song?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Don't listen to that song while you're doing it. Put on good music that you get the creative juices flowing.
I don't know, Rach. We have talked about doing an in-person Mystic Mamas.
Oh yeah, we got to do it.
Thing. And
that's our challenge.
that's our challenge, is to get that together and out to you guys and get it on the books.
Calendar. Yeah.
And I think that we could incorporate a vision boarding session into that, maybe.
A mini vision board.
Right. Like a mini one.
Yeah.
8.5 by 11.
Yeah. Teeny tiny.
Right.
Thank you guys for joining us, and thank you for loving on us and virtually sending your energy. We are doing the same for you, and we are so grateful that you are on this journey with us.
We love you so damn much. I will see you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.